We've got your sports information and daily updates, plus injury information and betting lines, and so much more. Welcome to the garage. Give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, it helps us out a lot. Please remember, all information in our videos is intended for entertainment purposes only. Now today's video. Hi everybody, welcome back to the garage. We've already taken a look at each NFL division in depth. Now let's take a closer look at the AFC and which teams we see having a chance to make it to the big game in February. Then, in our next installment, we'll have a look at the NFC and make our final pick for the Super Bowl. Starting in the AFC East, we see the Buffalo Bills topping the division. Buffalo returns Josh Allen at quarterback and James Cook at running back. Combined, they rushed for over 2,200 yards last season. The Bills' receivers were fair at best last year. Adding DJ Moore from the Bears gives them now a true number one receiver. The Bills also got secondary help, adding D. Alford and CJ Gardner-Johnson. The Bills' acquisitions filled specific needs that should push the Bills to the front of the division with a shot at the Super Bowl. The change of coaching to Joe Brady and the opening of a new stadium gives the Bills their best shot this year. In the AFC North, we see the Baltimore Ravens taking the top spot. Hopefully, the Ravens return a healthy Lamar Jackson this year. Jackson only rushed for 349 yards last season. Prior to last season, the lowest rushing yards he had was 764 in 2022 when he only played 12 games. You could tell he was hobbled and was hesitant to run. With a 1,500-yard rusher in Derrick Henry and a 1,000-yard receiver in Zay Flowers returning, they are the favorite to win the division. Defensively, adding the Bengals' Trey Hendrickson should solve their pass rush problems. Keeping the defense and Jackson healthy has been the problem last season. For the AFC South, we see the Houston Texans taking number one. Houston has an outstanding defense that puts the fear in other teams. They only allowed 295 points last season, second to Seattle's 292. They also allowed the least amount of yards per game with 277 and forced the second most turnovers of all teams. They had 47 sacks led by Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson. Their defense will keep them in every game. Quarterback C.J. Stroud needs to play better for the team to advance to play for championships. In their playoff loss to New England, he had 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. The job is to limit mistakes. How well he plays is how far the Texans go. The return of wide receiver Tank Dell will definitely open up the offense. Last up, in the AFC West, we are betting on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers' 2025 season was defined by catastrophic offensive line injuries, losing both starting tackles, Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt, to season-ending injuries. Slater suffered a ruptured patellar tendon in August, while Alt sustained a severe high ankle fracture in November, causing the unit to use nearly 30 different combinations. Both are expected back this season. That led to quarterback Justin Herbert getting sacked 54 times. The addition of offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel will go a long way to improving the offense. McDaniel will help Herbert in pushing the ball down the field and getting the most out of the offense to make them more high-powered. As for wild cards, we see the Kansas City Chiefs, the New England Patriots, and the Cincinnati Bengals squeaking in. The Chiefs lost their last 6 games of the season that included losing star quarterback Patrick Mahomes to a season-ending ACL tear. All signs point to Mahomes not only returning but expected to be back on opening day. The addition of running back Kenneth Walker will be what the Chiefs were missing last season, a 1,000-yard rusher and number 1 back. The Chiefs lost 9 games by 1 possession. They played close games that just went the other way. Rashee Rice will also be back from injury. With Rice and Walker, the Chiefs will be much faster than the previous season. New England at one point won 10 games in a row last season. They also followed that loss with 3 more wins. Quarterback Drake May lit it up last year, passing for 4,394 yards and 31 touchdowns while only throwing 8 picks. May finished second in MVP voting to Matthew Stafford. The Patriots losing Stephon Diggs will hurt, but the addition of Romeo Doubs will help. The offseason issues with head coach Mike Vrabel may cause some problems, but hopefully the team should overcome that. The Pats had the 4th best defense in the NFL last season, and their battle with Buffalo should be as exciting as last season. Just may take a step back this season. Lastly, Cincinnati may have the best weapons in all of football. Joe Burrow is back at quarterback after missing 9 games last season with a toe injury. In a loss to the Buffalo Bills, the Bengals fell to 4-9, guaranteeing their first losing record since 2020. Burrow is back at quarterback. He passed for 1,809 yards and 17 touchdowns in only 8 games. The top 2 running backs return with Chase Brown rushing for 1,019 yards and 6 touchdowns, while Samaje Perine had 382 yards and 3 touchdowns. All 3 receivers return. Jamar Chase had 1,412 yards and 8 touchdowns. T. Higgins had 848 yards and 11 touchdowns, while Andre Iosivas had 435 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Bengals are solid on offense. Their problems occur on defense. The Bengals scored at least 34 to 42 points on 3 separate occasions and lost all 3 games. How the Bengals respond on defense determines whether or not they even make the playoffs, and this spot could go to Jacksonville or Pittsburgh. The preliminary odds for each of our picks to win the big game are the Buffalo Bills 10-1, the Baltimore Ravens 10-1, Los Angeles Chargers 16-1, Houston Texans 18-1, Kansas City Chiefs 16-1, Cincinnati Bengals 23-1, New England Patriots 17-1. For the AFC Championship, we see the Baltimore Ravens battling it out with the Buffalo Bills. This is the matchup all the analysts pick every season. This season could finally see it happen. Lamar Jackson head-to-head against Josh Allen. Former MVP versus former MVP. Both teams have the offense and defense to make this happen. With the additions in free agency, this would build up to be an impressive game. The difference in the game could very well come down to who has home field advantage with the better record. Coming out of the AFC and headed to Inglewood this February, we are choosing Buffalo to edge Baltimore and make it to the Super Bowl. That wraps it up for the AFC. Keep a lookout for our review of the NFC. We'll make our divisional picks and our pick of who we think will be joining the Bills for the big game in February. As always, thanks for joining us in the garage. Please give the video a like and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us to keep bringing you our content. We'll see you next time, right here in the garage.